Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. And this week's lift is just such an awesome page by Danielle de Koninck, and I hope I've pronounced that correctly, for paper issues. And she's got this beautiful wood grain background and then a photo that's really got lots and lots of paper layers around it with word strips and other embellishments. And then she's got these white sections that, and I'll tell you in a minute how I did that, that have stamped sentiments and images and word strips around so that there's something to look at there. I've got a Disney photo from way back in 2006 when John and I took Katie on the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin ride, and she was just absolutely horrified by the sound. She had her ears all covered up. So it's when the photographer, the Disney photographer, snapped a photo, this is what they got. And she's got a backpack that is, I forget what character it was, but she was 4. So, and I'm working with 2 different Disney or, theme park related collections. This one is A Magical Place, which was done, I think, for the 50th anniversary of Disney World. And then I've also got some papers in there from Magic and Wonder. And they're both, like I said, they're both by Echo Park. So I have the sticker sheet here. I have pulled scraps and cut my layers. I made a tag, put a ribbon on it, have a staple there, fussy cut a camera, and I actually fussy cut the photo. This was the photo, I gave the framed photo to her parents, one of her parents, the one I live with, and I scanned the framed picture. And so that's the frame that's there. And I just surrounded that by paper layers. And so let me tell you what I did with the white. I took a 12 by 12 sheet of white paper and I marked a dot at the 4 inches in, 6 inches down spot. And I cut using my knife and a metal ruler. And I'll put that away just to get it off the table and put this away. And then that left, once I had cut this out, that left this part, and I just moved it over here and sliced it off so that I just had a little bit here for the point. So I'm sure you had that all figured out, but it took me a minute to to think how I was going to do that. I'm not I'm not a fan of triangles, and part of it is how they look, but the other part of it is I've probably always had a little bit of a problem measuring correctly and cutting properly. So it's all on me. And that is probably strange to those who know that I have a degree in math and that I used to tutor geometry, home of the triangle. I'm just kind of roughing this up. And did I get that overhanging? I didn't. It's not, the 12 by 12 is not necessarily 12 by 12. across paper lines and such. My 12 by 12 white cardstock was not the same 12 by 12 as the paper. And because the photo is Buzz Lightyear, I thought having the black night sky behind it would be kind of cool. There's no way I can get both points of the triangle in under there, and that's okay. For me, I think it's more important to get this one than this one. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna do a couple more strips of this. I don't want it to hang down. With all those layers, it's going to be really handy to kind of tuck Calvinball points in between, but I'm going to see how many Calvinball points I can get from, let's see, I just need this bit right here that I can get from stamping and sentiments. And not all of that will be done on camera. I'm not going to make you sit through here with that. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. Not doing any mixed media or anything that needs to be done that I need to protect the photo from. So I'll just kind of put it right here. And in the original, there was a camera over here, but because of the way this camera is oriented, I put it over on this side, and that's okay. I have cut out I've got a sticker that has playing cards, and that's one of the point getters, and it's close enough to the theme of this. So I'm gonna kind of just put that right there. And I have a Ferris wheel cut out of one of the papers in the Disney collection, and there weren't any stickers or anything else. I just thought I'd fussy cut this, and it kind of brings in a craft paper, and I have that color reflected in at least one of the embellishments I'm going to use. But I kind of want to get some of these things on here to relieve some of the crowding in the tray. So I'm going to kind of do this. Do I want to do it there? Yeah, it may as well be here, because that doesn't obscure anything there. And there is a hot air balloon sticker, and that still gets a point. I thought maybe I could do it, just kind of layer those up like that, and this is where I'm departing from the original, but I think with the base being done like this, I think it's going to be close enough. I have this little sticker, which is so stinking cute that I just need to put it in a fairly prominent place. Let me get some foam behind here. I guess my foam is under here. And I need to get a thin strip to support it as it comes off the and I want to support that too. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to do the main embellishing with this, the sticker sheet you see here, and a few kind of obvious choices from my Calvinball point collection, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'll do some off camera. I have this bit of a doily, and it's black, so it's perfect for this. And I'm gonna put it in where it'll contrast, so between this blue layer and the yellow layer. Okay, there we go. And I have a polka dot circle and a black and white striped cloud. The black and white pattern paper is a point, and the polka dots are a point. I'll do that right there. I know a black and white striped cloud is kind of odd, but I needed a cloud shape. I had a punch handy, and so there it is. I have this little circle here. Maybe I could just kind of put it in there as an accent. How's that sound? Okay, and I need a chicken, so I'm gonna put a tiny bit of, I have a wood veneer chicken, and so I'm gonna put a tiny little bit of and just kind of put the chicken in the middle of the polka dots. If you were a chicken, that's where you'd want to be, right? I have a Viewmaster card here. I could just kind of cut it in half, like so, and kind of have it coming out at an angle there. I think I'll go behind the black and white. There we go. And I like the newspaper print showing, or else I'd fussy cut around it. And I may end up fussy cutting this one. There's a Best Day Ever card that at the time, I'm sure some of us thought that was the best day ever, when you take your grandkids to Disney World for the first time. And it was an awesome trip. It came about because I had a business trip there, and James and the kids were living in Georgia, and we were living in Houston. And, well, let me cut these words separately. And so our transportation to Florida was going to be covered. And so I said, oh, why don't you guys come down too? And let's put that on some foam. Although in keeping with the original, I could possibly do without the foam. So anyway, James made arrangements to drive down. It wasn't that long a drive from Atlanta to Orlando. And we had this all planned. And I had a choking incident at work. I choked on something, had a problem, and had the guy in the office near me was thankfully in his office, so he called 911 and got the EMTs there. But before that, one of my employees came by just to ask me a question, and saw that I was struggling and didn't know 911 had been called and didn't want to wait anyway. And he did the Heimlich and cleared my airway, but I was still having some what do I want to say, spasms. And so I ended up having to go to a doctor, and I was just per policy, when something like that happens, there are all kinds of reports that have to be filed, and agencies that get involved, and all these things. So my ability to go on this business trip, long story short, my ability to show up for work or to go on the business trip were both kind of canceled until I had seen a doctor and gotten clearance. So since I had to be off work and couldn't go on the business trip, we decided to just drive there ourselves and meet up with James and the kids and go on a vacation. So we turned it from a business trip into a vacation. So I didn't have to do any business and was able to go to the park with the kids. So that was actually nice. And one might say I planned that, but I hadn't. That incident was the first in a series. That was 2006, and I pretty much didn't have any more problems until about 2012. And in 2013, it got really bad. And finally, I got somebody to run a CT scan, and they saw that I had had a hiatal hernia, and my stomach was wrapped around my esophagus and my heart, actually. And so I had a 9.5-hour surgery in January of 2014. And life has been good ever since. On that front, it was, but they didn't find that on, right, you know, when they examined me then. But anyway, that's not the point. I had a rather enjoyable vacation trip because I couldn't go to the work event. Okay, so let's see what we have here. What are other things that get me points? Sunshine. And here we go with the sunshine. I'm going to put the sunshine kind of right there behind the cloud. And I should have... I'll put it right here, and then I'll do a little rainbow there. And there's not going to be a rainbow in here, so I will pull one from my... I'll just kind of put that right there. I need a banner, and I need some little word strips to kind of bring to mind the in the spirit of the original. So I'm going to put some white word strips on the white, just so that it kind of looks, like I said, like the original. And then I've got a, let's see, what other, okay, here is a, check this out. And I'm gonna put that right there. There's an airplane, and it says magic is in the air. And that can go like right there. I think I have a do I want it more down here? I'm just gonna go ahead and put it up in the air. Or maybe I want it over on this side. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, here is, I've got arrows there, but I think one would be cute right there. Trying to put some things out in the white field here. There's a, let's see, what else can we say? Okay, there's amazing, and it's in a speech bubble. And so I'm gonna put it right there, kind of bridging across right there. Here's a little frame, and inside the frame it says collecting pins, and I can put that right here. And I'm going to I'm gonna fussy cut a little black and white butterfly, just because I know there are no butterflies in that collection, and I don't want the butterfly to try being, you know, a major element in here, so it's just gonna be fairly small and a tiny accent, kind of like the little chicken was. I'm gonna put it right here by collecting pins. Not sure why, but it just struck me that that might be cute there. There's also a a little sign here that says autographs. And since this, it's in reds and this is kind of a blue and white area, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the vicinity there. Not butting up next to it, but kind of so you'd see it in the same place. And I'll just do it like that. And then there is another tiny arrow. And I'm gonna put it here and lay it flat without any foam behind it. And though I don't need any stars, I'm gonna pull a star, I think, but I really like this little flag with a heart on it. And I've got hearts all around, but I'm gonna pull a big heart too, a bigger heart. And I'm gonna just put this maybe right there. So I may end up filling this with stickers and maybe some stamped word phrases. So it doesn't look like I'm gonna do a whole lot of stamping. I at one time kind of pictured that I'd have all this white space to stamp on. I'm gonna put this guy right there, just because I think it kind of makes that little area there. And this star looks like it could go right there. And there's something I must use because it's a phrase Katie, who is now almost 20, says all the time. I don't ever want to grow up. She's at 20, you can imagine, is dealing with things like, you know, paying her own gas and buying her own stuff, clothes and things like that. And she's really trying to be independent, and she's got not one but two jobs and is apprenticing. So let's see where I want to put this. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, and I have this little phrase strip right here that says World of Wonder, and that kind of seems appropriate, and it puts the blue color kind of right up there. Okay, now I have some theme park related flair, and I'm going to put those in. I've got these with the stars, and that could go maybe right there. I have this one with the stripes, and what about putting that right in the middle of the camera? And I have a plaid and a red polka dot. Here's a yellow polka dot. Let's see, where if you were a yellow polka dot flare, where would you want to go? Down here. There's no yellow right there. I could just use 20 of them because they're all so cute. And then these are perfect where they're kind of almost solid, like this yellow polka dot. That I can put a little word strip on top of it. And maybe I want the stars to go right in there. There we go. And I'll put the stripe over there. Okay. And right here. Do I want it right up there? Yes, because I can then put something on top of it. Kind of embellish it with some small embellishment. Okay, and I think I don't have anything else in my tray. I don't know that well, I do have this cute little kind of sequence of hearts kind of going up into the air. I can use that on a different layout. I don't want to put too much crowding over onto the photo. So now I'll just do I'll look for a few obvious things. One is, because this is Katie, and she is known as KatieBug, I think this layered Ladybug sticker would be just perfect somewhere. I wish it were smaller. Actually, let me use this one. And the reason is, it is layered and it has a purple flower in the little scenario here. And that actually adds that color purple in a fairly unobtrusive sort of way. Let's see, where am I going to put that? Do you think it could go right there? That's so big. And it's coming apart. But I like it because it has the yellow flower and the purple flower, and why not? It's a Ladybug sticker on the frame there. And because John is there, he gets a penguin. That penguin is too big to go in that perfect place. I have some other penguin stickers in this mess. Where did they go? Maybe over here. They're thin, like they're planner stickers. Okay, so here are my penguins. Let's see. There's one holding an ice cream. I like the one that's just lying on his back and looking weird. And I'm going to put him on the flare. There you go. Okay, penguin is there. I need a feather, and I have a planner sticker, one of those things that's like a sticky note, and it's a feather, and I can kind of slide the feather in maybe right here. There we go. Okay. And tropical florals or foliage. And because this was in Florida, I'm not embarrassed at all to use a hibiscus and some tropical leaves. I actually want to use this one, and the reason is, aside from the fact that I think it's pretty, it has that lime green that's in the photo frame, the Buzz Lightyear lime green, which is also my favorite color. And the center of it is orange, which is John's favorite color. There are two here and they're stuck together. I ought to leave them just stuck together. So I'm going to do this and kind of stick it back behind here. Part of this little collection of things up there. And then that leaves me the other half. I need a hexagon. So my hat and Katie's outfit are pink. So maybe I could use this hot pink hexagon and have that color repeated. You can see how I'm kind of adding in strange colors. We'll just kind of put it right there. It kind of blends in with the red and the orange. It doesn't look, because they're adjacent on the color wheel, it doesn't look that bad. I need a banner. I've got the banner right here. And I've got the planner sticker, a quotation. I don't ever want to grow up. Sounds good to me. The color gold is no longer needed. I've got a tag. Don't need anything there. Here's what I was looking for. This has some cute little clear stickers that look like stamping. And this one says, time to have fun. They're actually vellum. So time to have fun. The best day ever, it says, but I don't need that. Here's one that says, taking it all in. And that's going to give that same effect that's in the original. I've got this little line of stars that can go right there. Take a look around. Oh, and we're off. There you go. That one is, when I saw that one the other day, I thought, okay, that's going to be for a Disney page. And we're off. It's right there. Life is so, these are the good old days. Yeah. And that's kind of a long one, so where am I going to put it? Because I'm kind of running out of space. I could make that. I could cut it in two. These are the, and I'm going to let them go kind of wonky. And I'll do the other one wonky in the other direction. Okay, because they're not all perfectly lined up and parallel in the original. And I think that's part of the charm of it. This, I think I'm gonna maybe put one right there. Stay curious, remember, dreamer. Take a look around. How about live in the moment? And it's a different typeface and a different color. So it'll be great. There you go. I've got things sticking to things. Okay, I have no idea how that stacks up Calvinball point wise, but I think everything in here is probably too big. I can do this little label to get that point, and it'll give me a spot to write, maybe write the date. Let's see, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, that's too well glued. I want to scooch it down so that it doesn't, so the black and white shows above it. And I need to get it parallel because it'll show if it isn't. Okay, there. And I need a sunflower for John. Maybe right there. And that has gold and glitter. I guess gold is taken off the list, but it has glitter. There is a point for a turtle, and I have some really large turtles, but this is a nice small one, and it's close enough to the colors right here that's kind of put over in there. It's just great. There's an enamel dot point, and I've got this enamel dot here, and I'm just going to use one, and it's going to go right there. And I have a butterfly. I need a dinosaur. And where do I want the dinosaur? I want a dinosaur that goes this way, and I'm going to put him on these stripes. So a dinosaur that's looking that way. I will do this guy right here that has that color red and the blue. I'm just gonna put it there. Let's see. I need the castle is there because I get a point for a house, and that castle is the house for the king and queen and all the princesses, right? So I'm gonna scooch this guy, the little flamingo, behind the castle. And I think I have my Disney points covered there. Let me add a couple little tiny puffy bits just because I have them. Don't want to put that there. I'll put it right there. I have not put a rainbow there. I haven't located one yet. I'll probably look through my box and put things like, you know, this being my box. Let's just kind of quickly tick it. I need, and somewhere I have the ticket, a ticket to Disney World, but not for this trip, so it wouldn't work. That ticket is a little bit too bulky. It's a chipboard, and let me kind of put this ticket I'm gonna cut it shorter. kind of like that. Okay, and I've got a fish, and I can either do, let's see, come on. I'm having trouble getting things out because I'm in a hurry, and they're sticking to the bottom. This is why I like to do this off camera, because I can struggle and cuss, and I don't have to fill out that part of the YouTube thing that says I have inappropriate language. So it's not okay. So the fish, I guess, goes this way, and maybe over here by the turtle. There we go. I don't think I need anything else that's on here. Silver. Let me put a single silver sequin somewhere, and that will satisfy that requirement. Oh, great. Spill some sequins. Books. Let me get this little stack of books right there and kind of scooch it back here. I'm gonna go to the next layer, and I know I haven't glued that sequin down, and I will do a kind of a loose conglomeration. And sometimes I group my sequins and buttons and so forth. I've got a button in the perfect color yellow. So I'm gonna do that, maybe right here on the cloud. Okay, and I have a tiny little hedgehog with purple hair, but I think I'm gonna use Hetty because Hetty is covered with flowers, and that gets me the point for having more than 10 flowers on my page. I'm gonna put Hetty here by the best day ever part, kind of straddling into the stratosphere there. I need a pineapple, and I have a tiny yellow pineapple here that's on one of the stickers that Liz Ketter sent me. Thank you, Liz. And come on. I know I can get it off. Well, it's not, the sticker's not cut. That'll work. This will work. And I'm going to put this pineapple over here behind the dinosaur underneath this yellow paper. Have him kind of sticking out like that. Oh, here's a tinier silver sequin. And you know my rule, no sequins left on the table. Whoops, where did it go? Okay, and I need a piece of acrylic and a travel related icon, and that's what the car is. And so I'm not using a geotag. I have this seagull that is perfect for Florida, and might work just exactly right there. Okay, let's look at, I need washi tape, and at the moment I don't have any on there. Here is the rainbow I was thinking of, and now that I've kind of done all of that, I may not have room for it unless I cut most of it off and just tuck it back there behind the cloud in front of the sun. How's that? It would be great. Okay. It's not at the right angle, but you know, who's to say we couldn't have a rainbow like that? There are some coffee icons, and certainly I'm sure some coffee or coffee-related beverages were consumed on that day. And this is, I think it's a Paige Evans collection. This is really a cute coffee cup, and it's covered with flowers. So I think it might be nice right there, and then I'll find something small to put here. Oh, that's where my avocado will go. Do I want to use, I need a film strip too. I can't forget that. And I have some film strip washi. Where did that go? I have it somewhere, maybe with the, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this washi, and where can I put it? Maybe, we're kind of filling up here, guys. I'm gonna take a small little bit, and then I'm gonna tear it in half, or not even in half. I'll put that right there, and come on. Okay, where can we sneak this in? How about right here? Ooh, okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, back to the avocado. Do I want a cute little fussy cut avocado that's fairly large, you know, or do I want the sequin? I kind of like this guy, but I'm going to do a little bit better job of fussy cutting. I've been busy all day with an unpleasant family business task, and this is a break, and I hate finishing it because I don't want to go back to the task. So I need a clip, a paper clip, and I'm looking for one that isn't too big. How about this guy? And actually, happens to be a banner. So airplane I've already got, silver I've already got, coffee, rainbow, four-leaf clover. I'm gonna cut a tiny bit of ribbon. Let me mash that down and glue it right over here by the washi tape and the castle, and you won't notice it. It won't interfere with the overall look of the page, as if anything could, but you and I will know it's there. Okay, I think I'm done, and I'm not even going to do anything after I stop the camera roll. Wait, that's not true. I need a brad. There are brads in the on the list, and I have a little bucket of brads here. What I'm looking for are some. I took my scissors to the brads last year and cut the tails off so that I could glue them down. Now there is a pretty little lime green one right here. And I tell you what I'm going to do. The tail isn't cut off of it. I'm going to punch a hole in a very inelegant way so that I can put this guy right here, and I'll add that lime green to the mix. So I got the brads. Now I need splatters, and then I think, like I said, I don't have a sloth in there. There is a coin right here that I want to use for something else, so I may go grab a penny and put it on here, but who knows where. Maybe kind of tucked right in underneath there. But right now I'm going to go ahead and do the splatters, and then I'm going to shut this puppy down. I'm going to do a couple right here, and it's not like a there's one splatter. Okay, a few and a few, and that's all I need. Thank you for watching. Bye. This is crazy, but this is the kind of photo and the kind of memory and the kind of I don't know, story that is perfect for a Calvinball page, because all this busy hoorah that's going on the page is what went on that day. There were 3 adults, John, myself, and James, and Katie was 4 and Barrett was 2. So we pushed them around in strollers for a while, and they went running wild for a while. They went to sleep while we were waiting for a table in a restaurant. They got to see the parade, and they got to see all the characters and ride all the rides, and they had a wonderful time. So thanks for watching, and I will be writing something on here, probably right in this area, to get my handwriting on, and I may try to scratch a date up here or do a sticker, and I will stamp something probably right in here. Don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll be a sloth. So thanks. See you next time. Bye.